everyone. Welcome to the Midnight Ride with Grayman Prepping and cohorts. Hey, we got a few people in here to help us along. And Bob looks shocked.
Hopefully, my internet doesn't go out.
Hello? Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, we hear you.
Hello?
Yes.
Hello? And Laura froze.
Wait. Let me adjust the visual, the horizontal, the vertical.
There you go. And Laura froze right at that same time.
Laura froze. And that's happened probably about 5 times already.
Oh,
so
boy.
We'll see if I make it through. And nobody's home. I think Mother's watching a movie downstairs, though, on the interweb.
Well, first things first. Let's say hi to everybody in the side chat. All right, first one in was Prepping to Endure, followed by Gear Grinded 19, then Laura, then Star Homestead India, and chit-chat, everyone around there chit-chatting back and forth. Then Barry came in, and he says, as luck would have it, I have company, LOL. And let's see, LG came in the house. And it's the Marshmallow Man. Hey, Lewis. Vitra is here. Green Granny, too. Denise is here. Okay, and it's CB at Hugo Homestead, followed by It's Our Abundant Life. And let's see here. Scroll on down. Everyone's talking back and forth. Oh, Joe's in the house. Garden State Gardener.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, Joe.
You keep on saying, count me in. You're counted in automatically. You're a channel member over on Camp Patton, so you're automatically enrolled into the giveaways. All right, let's see who else is here. Q's in the house. Gardening Warrior Q.
Yay.
Glenn's here. How to garden. And I'm caught up. All right, before I jump into the get myself centered here again. I had to adjust this a little bit. There we go. Yeah, I got a new green screen. It's functioning. My computer's not. It's washing me out because I got to lower the resolution because it's such a in-depth. It's actually drawn all the stuff and it's going, oh, I can't handle it. So I got to get a new computer here next week.
Those damn gremlins.
Yeah. Either that or I got to talk to them. Maybe I can just take this one in and they can quickly take out the old video card, put in a lot better video card, and then throw in Microsoft Word on it.
Yeah, there you go.
As I said, it came with Microsoft Word and it was supposed to be permanent. Well, after 6 months, it goes, your freebie's up. I go, whoa, what freebie? I went back to where I bought it from. They go, and I showed, here, see, installed. And they go, oh, that's just a demo. It doesn't say demo anywhere on the box. But we'd already been using it for so long that I didn't have much recourse with them. But let's jump over to the news here. Actually, before I do the news. All right, so over on Camp Patton Family Compound, tomorrow is the giveaway. Yeah, a lot of gift cards are going to be given out tomorrow. And then, of course, here for Grayman Prepping, it's still ongoing. The 1,000 subscriber giveaway contest here. And let's see if I can remember. I can't remember. All I know is Joe got bumped. Okay, number 1 is Chris Campbell. Number 2 is Phelan Clan Wolf. Then Garden State Gardener, then Triple Threat, and then tied for, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, tied for 5th and 6th is Rebel Canners, White Family Farm, Carpenter Self-Reliance, and Laura at Hedgehog's Homestead. So that's where that stands right now. Now I'm just washed out. I'm pale. I'm a vampire. I'm really pale. Lost Laura. What happened?
Oh.
Her internet. That's right. She was mentioning that beforehand.
She got deported back to Portland.
Oh, man. Oh, that was just wrong, Bob.
Run, Forrest, run!
Oh, Lou says they're getting dumped on with snow right now. Oh. All right, news. Okay. Okay, how do I address this without really ticking off the AI? So there's an article in here talking about the Kroger-Albertsons merger, and it says it could hurt the California economy, critics warn. And do you know who those critics are? Those are the critics that want big government, small business, aka Miss Plastic Faces group. Okay, so that's number one. So I mean, there's political stuff going on, trying to stop a merger that could actually give competition to Wally World. All right, and of course, some of the critics are probably being paid by Wally World as well. Hey, grateful president, how's it going? That's Wayne, right?
She's gonna strong arm some shares out of them. Is what she's doing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And Don is here. WD Glock and Roll. It's already hurt. Yeah, my a bar minute left. My wife is still there in the San Francisco Bay Area. We got another 3 years that she's hopefully then she can retire and come up here. And so Boomstick with me thumping on the thing here. So all right, the next article, and this has to do with Article 2 and 3 are connected. Article 3 here in the countdown, California gives the House to GOP. No, they didn't give it. They took it. You know, the people of the greater part of California took it back after all the gerrymandering the DNC did, trying to keep it so they could. They changed a lot of districts thinking they would be able to outmaneuver and stuff, and oops, it backfired on a couple of them. All right. So anyways, with that means that the DNC is no longer in charge of the House of Representatives.
Yay!
Which puts Miss Melted Plastic Face out of a job.
Oh.
As the Speaker of the House.
Oh.
So she makes this announcement the next day saying, I won't seek a leadership role. I'll let the younger people do it. Well, if you want to let the younger people do it, you shouldn't have run. Get the blank out of there, you old hag.
Just provide me with vodka every day, and I'll see where I go.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
now,
not nice.
This, Bob, you may get a kick out of this next one. Today is known as Red Cup Day because this is the day that Starbucks gives away the reusable cups for holiday cups that you can reuse for all your fancy drinks and stuff.
Okay.
Well, guess what happened today? Starbucks workers went on strike. They're calling it the Red Cup Rebellion.
Well, yeah.
And because, I mean, nobody at Starbucks likes working today. They fight over who gets today off. Yeah, and then it usually goes to whoever has the most seniority.
Yeah.
And basically, one of the people that works in, all right, I'm just to quote here. Honestly, it's one of those days. A lot of ... baristas try to ... ask for off because it's always a very insane day, said Josie Serrano, who works at the Long Beach store, at a store in Long Beach. The strikers were handing out their own red cups with union logos during the protest, dubbed the Red Rebellion. I thought that happened back on the second Tuesday. anyways, is it's described to what a news organization as pure chaos and mentally and physically abusing. Having this is from a Clarissa Freihardt, a Starbucks shift supervisor, described Red Cup Day to the news as pure chaos, mentally and physically abusive. And that's one of the one of the shift supervisors saying, hey, it's bad. What they are striking for is better pay, a more consistent scheduling, and higher staffing levels in busy stores at busy times.
Sounds fair.
Yeah. Okay. Major stores that were affected, the big Starbucks in San Francisco, down there on 18th Street. In Santa Cruz, the Mission and the Flora Starbucks, and the Clare and Capitola Starbucks, and Ocean and Water Street Starbucks. And it goes down to Southern California, and there's several in LA, several in Lakewood, Long Beach, Anaheim, and it goes on across the United States. How many states did they say? 25 states have stores striking.
Really?
Today. Yeah. It's a nationwide strike.
Well said, LG.
Yeah.
See what she said in the side comments? Well said.
I mean, maybe now she'll be able to finally do some soul searching and do some good. Not until she tells the archbishop that she's sorry for the lying she was doing, because she can no longer partake of the sacrament.
Until she'll be held accountable.
And she refuses to talk to him. And so he banned her from taking the sacrament. So she is not a good Catholic, according to the Catholic Church. Yeah, I've never bought anything at a Starbucks, but I've dropped some guys off to go in and get stuff before we go out and did work and stuff. And sometimes in there, it is insane. And they have 2 or 3 people behind the counter and 50 people trying to get coffees. I want a low decaf frap with extra cream and caramel swizzle on it. What the hell is that? Pardon my French. That's not a coffee. That's a dessert.
I have a Mr. Coffee and Folgers. I'm good.
Anyways, yeah, so that's the news items going on. Dun, dun, dun. And yeah, so let me go back here to this one over here and then take it up here so I can get out of there and be ready for the other stuff. Okay. So Bob's been having fun at his new house. He's been making more videos lately at his new house, and he is having fun. I can tell when you make those videos, Bob, you're enjoying that.
Oh yeah. I'm already looking forward to spring to be able to plant flowers. Living in an area where we were out for about 10 years, where everything would get stolen by the addicted folks. This is paradise, man. So far, now, yeah. I'm preparing to make a nice. Oh, I'm going to start off with just flowers mostly. Yeah. And
that was one of your videos today, was taking those ceramic, pots that had no drain in them and drilling them with a special masonry ceramic bit.
Yeah. You can get them on Amazon, and it's easy to do. Yeah. And I had never drilled in the ceramics before until today. So I'm going to. I was
a little worried that you're going nice and slow at the beginning on that first one. And all of a sudden he started going down fast. Slow down. But it didn't break.
That was my fault, because I had the brake on the quill, and I was pushing slowly. I was like, what the heck? Oh, right through. I was like, Okay, I got it. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, because I've drilled a lot of ceramic tile and stuff when I redid our bathroom and the shower and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's like I just like slowly drill,
Mm-hmm.
and then when I was using the hole saw to do it, to put in one for the shower handles and stuff to go in, oh, that was really slow. It
I
was
bet.
like do the center hole first on the back side, start it a little bit, turn it over, do the front side, and go through. That was the only way, because otherwise it would splinter on the back side.
Yeah, I imagine a hole saw is pretty violent. You know, it's because they're not the most
This
stable
is an
tool.
all carbide dust one, so one of those,
Mhm.
no teeth, but you can see all the like 5,000 burrs on it.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, a hole saw is not a real accurate tool. There's a lot of wobble in it, and it that a lot can happen with that little bit of wobble if you go fast. It'll just tear everything up.
Yeah, that is right. Like when I was doing that 5-inch hole saw, man, that was a pain in the butt because I couldn't get my big one with the big T handle on it, my big Milwaukee in there that I can, I was having to do it with one of the hand drills, and it's,
Oh, geez.
But it worked. I got it done, and it works great.
That's why that milling machine is so precious to me. Because I've got a whole collection of hole saws, and that handles them just like nothing. Right through steel, right through aluminum, anything.
Yeah. You got if you got a good solid base that doesn't wobble at all, not even a thousandth of an inch. That's that's what you need for hole saws.
Oh, Laura, you got some kind of a pumpkin spice mix from the Amish store? Well, we don't have
curry
any
with pumpkin spice. No,
we don't have Amish folks around here, Laura. Maybe Antifa ate them or something.
Actually, I did not think there was any Amish here in Idaho. There's actually a community about 3.5 hours away from me going up, and they actually have a store up there.
Nice.
But that's a 3.5 hour drive up to it, 3.5 hour drive back, and probably 6 hours walking around the store shopping.
Yeah, the only Amish, or maybe they were Mennonites, I saw here in Washington State was about 10 years ago, and we were up at Mount Rainier National Park, and they were in the restaurant eating. And that's the only time I've seen them. They might be around here, but they pretty much keep to themselves. But.
Yeah. She's on her cell phone because her internet is down.
Oh, bummer.
Oh, shoot. I just checked, too. Hang on. Let me double check here, folks. I need to look at this again. Because I know it's to get residential Starlink is $109 a month with a one-time $599 purchase of all the hardware and equipment.
Thanks for the compliment, LG. You leave good comments on videos, LG. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, map. Okay, go to the map. Okay. All right, Tennessee does not have any Starlink in it yet. It says expanding in 2023. So it's interesting here. Let me go ahead and present, share screen, so everybody can see what I'm talking about here. So the light blue is where Starlink is available. The dark blue over here is where it's expanding to. And then I looked at Idaho and go, okay, what about me? And Boise, because they have all the cable and other stuff around there, they're slow to get in there. They're putting where people don't have much cable. Hey, I can get it. But it's $110 a month with a one-time hardware cost of basically $600, and that's for all the stuff you need for it and everything else. But then they also have the business is more expensive. They have it for RVs, and RV is $135 a month, one-time for the 600 for the hardware, or for
Maki-Puno.
portable hardware. So for in motion, so while you're driving, it'll go from satellite to satellite and automatically do all that stuff. That's $2,500. I'm sorry, I don't drive an RV around doing that. You get gigaspeed out in the country. So are you on? Okay, Hugh is on the wait list. Pricey. Yeah, so she'll have good internet at her new place. So Ungrateful, are you using Starlink where you're at out in the country? Go ahead and drop this down. Boom. That yeah, we're waiting for them to put fiber in the town here, but everybody around here, those that want to do it say, oh yeah, let's get in and try to get the neighbors. I'm not sure we really need to get fiber brought into our town here. That's going to cause problems. No, what causes problems is when your internet freezes up for 15 minutes because the crappy one they have in here, you're a small town, they don't give them much care for them. Okay, so Laura's locked in a program. All righty. Well, it sure was, let's see. Anyway, so any of the regulars that have access to Courtney's Facebook mod group, the link is over there. It's also in Courtney's group chat. I posted it over there. And Storm says 760 up and down. Right. Like a trap. You need to go. Yeah. Bob's put out some good videos on the pots and about the composting and all the stuff he's doing around in his new house that he's so happy to have. That he's now, he's now a landowner.
Mm-hmm.
He's part of the elite.
Actually, I'm an international landowner. I have land in the Philippines and I have land here in America.
Yeah, so you need to address Bob as your lordship. or Dawn or Sire will do also. I'll accept all of the above. Yeah. I just remember watching some of the old movies back when I was a kid, and like the Hallelujah Trail, and O'Flaherty, the head of the Irish Teamsters, always addressed the owner of the wagon train, which was played by Brian Keith, the Wallingham wagon train. Your lordship. I am not a lordship.
Yeah, I'm happy to be
here. Usenet is, and somehow they suckered. They suckered whoever was setting DHS up on this part of it. I was against it, and somebody above me approved the contract to go with HughesNet for all the emergency communications and computer access stuff for DHS. What a friggin' nightmare. Hopefully they're to the point, I know I've been retired now for 4 years. Hopefully that someone finally else got in there, said, this is bad. Oh, we're going to go with something else. And especially since hopefully maybe they're just waiting until Starlink is across the United States everywhere. Maybe they'll go with a Starlink for the mobile RV stuff, so they can put it on all the little response trailers so they can and con stuff quick. Oh, Yes. Don't forget the owls, or the pigeons, rather. They use pigeons too.
Hey, Nicole.
Yeah.
What the heck? It's my security system.
Yeah. Yeah, and most of the guys when they're testing, when they did the monthly test for the trailers, and you set up the HughesNet, they were supposed to do a whole bunch of stuff. All they could do was send emails. That was it. They got enough of a connection to go bloop, and have the email go out. And then
Where
they
was
waited
this
and
at?
waited and waited and waited and waited and waited. About an hour later, bloop, the email, returning email came in because it was hanging up trying to, transmit.
Where was this at?
Over at DHS because they, somebody got paid off, got a kickback, and they went
Okay.
with HughesNet instead of anything else.
Amish porn. Oh geez,
Weird
I
wooden
saw.
objects.
Oh geez, I saw her. I saw her. I saw her kneecap. Oh geez.
Bob, did you see that Weird Al Yankovic
Yeah, I've
video,
seen that.
Amish Paradise?
Mhm.
And the boys are looking at the centerfold, and she's exposing her knee.
Yeah, it was like that.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah. But yeah, if we can't convince the rest of the people, or at least 20% of the people here in town to say yes, they want to go with the fiber optic. I guess we're gonna have to go with a because what I have now is marginal. Of course, that's the video card in my computer. I found out that's what's really freezing up. Is go with the Starlink as well. Because my wife and I, we want to get 2 different IP addresses pulled in here. So basically, got to get 2 things, whether it's 2 different ones or whether it's that's what I hope with fiber optics. It's easy for them to drop 2 in. So you have 2 separate modems, 2 separate IP addresses, and you do some interesting things business wise with it.
What's that, Barry? Your epidermis is showing. Is that as bad as your weenus is showing?
Where's this from?
Barry, storms.
Yeah, I'm looking for that.
Yeah, your epidermis is showing.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, your epidermis.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, Barry, just quit using those $20 words. Your skin is showing.
Mm-hmm.
How much are allowed to ride bicycle? Most of them use those little scooters. How much are allowed to? Okay. I remember that. I remember Net Zero. We had Net Zero. And then we went to Juno.
Hello, Moon.
And wife kept the Juno email because it's still good and it's free. And she does it. Hey, Moon. Yeah. All right. Yeah. The temperature tonight. Let me get it up here. All right. Whoa. Hang on. Let me refresh this again. Okay. Yeah, it was weird. Okay. Tonight's temperature, -1. Tomorrow's high, 22. Tomorrow's low, -1. Saturday's high, 24. Saturday night, 0. Sunday, 26. Sunday night, 5. And last year was the first year we really got down to the minuses. And since my daughter moved in here when we bought the place in 2016. Well, last year was the first year I noticed and tracked. Well, hey man, we got minus temperatures here. But that didn't happen until midway through January, going into and through February. The dead of winter. But
we're only 31 here in Seattle area right now. Not bad.
Fortunately, though, looking at it at the different things here, we start picking up, and we get next Wednesday we're above freezing. Next Wednesday and Thursday. Oh, Thanksgiving we're 34.
I've got stuff ready because so many years almost every year we lose power at Thanksgiving. Almost every year we'll get a winter gale come in here and knock a bunch of trees over and dump. Yeah. I swear to you, it happens so frequently.
Yeah, let's see. Let me check the other one here. Going up from Thursday. Thursday's 34. Friday's 37. All right, so it's above freezing through December 1st. December 1st drops back down into freezing. So from Thanksgiving through the 30th, it's above freezing for the highs. The lows are in the lower 20s, which is 20 degrees higher than what it's been for the last couple of weeks for the lows. I just hope that the jet stream does its whole push, and all that Arctic air coming down from Canada goes east before it comes down into us.
Hey, Laura.
All right, Glenn.
Laura, did you hear I deported you back to Portland, so you don't need to worry about your frozen flowers there in Tennessee anymore. You're deported. Yeah.
I can hear the swearing even though she's not up here.
I don't blame her.
It's so let's see. So Bob, you were mentioning beforehand that you actually spotted some tagging in your neighborhood.
Yeah, just a second. Be right back.
Oh, she turned the light off on you. So, does anybody have a favorite topic or a question they want us to go over? Something to throw up here. Going back here. Yeah, I remember having the little tape thing. You put it down in there, and you would have to type over it to white it out, the little white stuff, but have the ribbon on it. That my mom was excited when she got a white ribbon on her typewriter.
Really? Yeah, there was some tagging nearby that had the number 12 in it, and I remember seeing something about it on YouTube. I believe that represents Antifa. Maybe not. I'm not sure. Yeah, I already tripped it. It tripped it, and then I reset it. Yeah, we had a breaker reset.
How many things are on that breaker?
I don't know.
20 amp or 15?
I don't know, but we're all home today, so all of us. So we're, my son's got some space age video game thing going on up there, and all the rest of us are doing stuff.
Yeah. You know how it is here in a state emergency when it goes below 70 and we don't own winter gear below 70. Jeez. I remember back in the 70s, when Florida got hit by some of the Arctic air that came all the way through, and it wiped out a lot of the orange crops down there.
Yeah. Yeah. I think not long after that, a lot of the orange farmers moved to California. Out of Florida. I remember they had a few years in a row, they had a bunch of the crops destroyed by hail and et cetera, et cetera. And now most of the oranges are grown in California and Mexico, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they moved a bunch down to Mexico. And
Hey,
zombie
zombie.
prep in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna have to start getting people's emails so I can send out like the star and get his email and some of the others, because after last week I'm not throwing the link up here during the winter, during the months when all the trolls are down in the basement, getting bored to death and looking for something to try to do tend to something else.
That was nasty. That was nasty.
Did you catch those shorts from Steve?
No, I haven't seen them.
Yeah, he sent some shorts out at the range.
Okay.
You're doing the warm-up drills and stuff. And the last one he put out there, he goes, check this out. It's better. He's wearing my shirt. And the guy was wearing a Corsair shirt. He goes, isn't that much smoother?
Well, right. Let me go look at that. I did see one of his shorts that I commented on about when he was making targets,
Yeah. I saw that one too. He's put out a couple of them there on the range. So, what was it? It was some thing having to do with firearms that was mentioned, and on Facebook, and I can't remember what it is right now. I'm having a senior moment, folks. Sorry.
Let me check out his channel real quick here.
Yeah, let me go ahead and drop that off. But anyone whose state has gone back to the Constitution, and it's going to be your first time, pros. It's going to be your first time purchasing one. Make sure you find a reliable school or a reliable trainer that'll do one-on-one with you, so that you can learn proper handling, cleaning, maintenance, the whole everything about it. Learn about the different type loads you can put in it. And no, it's not. Oh, I got 9mm. I can put any 9mm in it. No, certain 9mm are subsonic. Others are hypersonic. Some are hollow point. Some are full metal jackets. Some are wad cutters. So.
Yeah, watching his shorts right now. Yeah, it's cool beans, man. Okay, I'm gonna leave him a comment.
Yeah. But yeah, I was looking. I didn't. At first, I was still, what the heck's going on? And then I finally realized I put it on the big screen here from the little one, and it's like, he is wearing one of his shirts.
Yep, he sure is. Yeah, I like his Monday show.
Okay, back to organizing, packaging, label, so I can put things in storage. Listening. Someone's working hard.
Oh yeah. Oh God.
Just the opposite of what you're doing now, right?
Yeah, Q. Yeah, we're still not done with that stuff. I was unpackaging boxes today and putting things away, and well, the last of it all should be over soon, because I bled a lot when I had the cancer surgery. So my king size mattress is, we 1-800 got junk. It's gone. So we're going to get a new king size mattress here soon, and then we might have a couple guys come in and carry it upstairs for us. And as soon as that's done, then I can finish my gun stuff in the on the second floor, because I don't show anybody that I got anything other than on YouTube here. None of my neighbors know about guns or none of that. Nobody. My kid, who I was impressed with, when he was moving his stuff over, I asked him, "When are you going to move your long guns over?" He goes, "I already did. I took them in half and put them in a backpack." Smart guy. I like that.
Yeah, that's one of the things this next summer I'm not looking forward to is moving a lot more stuff up here.
Well, Q, okay, we're going to have an excavator come out because there's no basement in this house, okay? We're going to have an excavator come out and dig a basement. Yeah. And you're going to be in it, like it or not. You're going. Yeah. I don't think you'll like it, but, I will. I'll be happy.
Well, no. Are you going to get just a cinder block basement put in, or are you actually going to get a 40-foot cargo container, drop it in, and have them pour concrete around it so it has strong walls and stuff? At least give it a little bit more.
Well, wife was a civil engineer in her first career, so she already drew up some plans for a dry well. It's going to be a mimic of Silence of the Lambs with the basement, Jamie Gumm's basement. But it's going to have a dry well in there with brick and rock work. It's going to be nice. I'll be happy, Q. I'm not sure if you will be, but I'll be happy. Since you ate all my popsicles in my last basement, this might not be so nice for
you.
Yeah, I got to dig a new basement. Yeah, yeah, you're right. LG, smart kid. He moved his firearms at nighttime inside of a backpack. It was like, bingo, dude, right on, man.
Yeah. Yeah, my youngest has a whole assortment of different backpacks from scouting. His favorite one is a GI duffel bag with straps on it.
Yeah, I had one of those for a long time.
He packs that thing just so full, and he gets it layered, just heavy stuff here, light stuff there, and everything else on it. He's actually gone on to scout camp with his own rifles in there, and nobody knew about it until he goes, "Oh, I'm gonna take a hike up here to the gun range." Goes up there and hands them over tags them and hands them over to put in the gun safe up there so he can use them when he would shoot.
Right on. Yeah, it's a good deal. Let's see if I can turn this space heater on real quick here. Yeah. Yeah. Well, my son don't talk very much, but he listens and he follows instructions because I've talked to him many times about keeping firearms on the hush hush, and he's a smart guy. In fact, I remember he bought a few different handguns, and I remember when he open carried a revolver, a 6-shot or an 8-shot 357 revolver in the house.
Ruger?
No, Smith, I think it was.
Okay.
And I mean, it's almost the same my 45 auto revolver, it's like that's where he saw me, because he saw me as that is my primary right there. As I talked to him at the range and all, I go, a revolver will never let you down. Those things will work every time.
Oh yeah.
So that's what he open carries with in the house.
Yeah, you can drop them in the mud. You pick it up, you give it a shake, and you.
It'll just keep clicking, click, click, click. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what was so funny when I went to the police academy. That was during the changeover from departments changing over from revolver to semi-automatics, and so a lot of the kids in there had their semi-autos with a little short barrel.
Did you read Q over here? She's going to go stay in the cosmic crawl space rather than back in my basement. Oh, thanks, Q. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, you're going. You're in there. Yeah. Oh, no, you ain't going to like it now, honey. It puts the lotion on its skin or else it gets the hose again. No popsicles for you, honey. That's it. Yeah. Our fighter pilots in the Air Force, when I was in the 80s, that's what they carried. Were about a 4-inch Smith 38 special. And same with the law enforcement specialists and some of the security police carried those. It's like they don't jam. You don't have to worry about magazines failing or stovepipe. None of that. They just keep working.
Yeah, when I was in the academy, so they were changing over. Every one of the semi-autos jammed at least 2 or 3 times on the range.
Yeah, you can't have that. Mm-hmm.
None of the revolvers did. However, the revolvers that were 4-inch shot as well as the semi-autos were hitting the target.
Yeah.
Now the 3 was had the Smith & Wesson Highway Patrolman Model 28 with the 8 3/8 inch barrel. We took first, second, and third in the competition.
Good.
It's like, you can throw 1,000 rounds down there, but us, it's one shot, he's down.
Q, you are tempting. Yeah, look at that. Q,
Jedi master here.
Q, you're on thin ice, honey. I'm getting an excavator. I'm gonna say, hey, get over here now. You're going in there before the concrete's poured. Yeah.
A carpet bomber just hit.
Who did? What'd she say?
I would feed the food to the rat first just to make sure it's not poisoned, though, Q.
No, for me, I don't want to poison Q. I want her around for a while. Yeah. She's going to regret eating all those popsicles that one day.
Yeah.
I mean, I had it set up pretty good for her. She had Wi-Fi. I gave her a kitchenette down there to cook, her own key, all that. And now she's going to go stay with the Cosmics. How's that for gratitude? The ground is frozen. Yeah, I know, Q. Yeah, I know it is. It's okay with me because I'm not going to be in there.
Actually, I was actually looking at possibly getting a new revolver, a Smith & Wesson. No, scratch that. The Ruger Super Red Hawk revolver in .40 caliber.
Okay, that's the old cowboy calibers, 44-40 or something like that, or
no, it's the 40 caliber that goes in the 10 mil.
No, okay, all right. I'm sorry. Yeah.
So it's got a clip around it like you would do on some of the old. So we have a little clip, so it doesn't fall through and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, my kid, he bought his first 357 revolver was made out of an amalgam frame. It's a Smith & Wesson, very light, but it cracked.
Yeah.
And he brought it to me. He goes, Dad, look at this frame. I went, oh, dude, yeah. I can't stop drill that or anything. He goes, oh, he said it's a factory defect. He's going to take it back. And they traded him that one for and I said, stick with stainless steel. They're, stainless steel is tough, but he got an 8-shot stainless steel. Then he got a bunch of 8-round moon clips. Like these are the moon clips for the 45 auto for my pistol. Yeah. It holds them all right in there. I got a dump bag full of these things. But yeah, he bought a stainless one and good to go. There we go. But yeah, he listens. He watches what I do, and he's learning from me, which is a good thing. That's what it's all about. What's that?
With WD, I was talking about the FBI Miami shootout. Can't remember how far long ago that was, but yeah.
He couldn't reload it? Oh, okay.
Well, let me put it this way. If you couldn't reload a revolver, your semi-auto screwed.
Yeah, it would have gummed up for sure.
Yeah. But I was actually looking at I was thinking about getting one for my wife, a semi-auto pistol, until I went down to the gun shop, tried it out, and for me, it's uncomfortable for me, so it's going to be uncomfortable for her. but that was the FN or the Ruger in the 5.7,
Yeah.
which is what they're replacing everything in NATO with, is for pistols with the 5.7.
Yeah.
Because it's so, I mean, it goes through soft body armor where the 9 won't, and it's it's quieter, has less recoil, but it delivers much more punch.
I haven't looked up the ballistics on that cartridge yet.
Yeah.
That I'm old school. I stick with my 45 auto. I've got a 357 over there, a Ruger SP 101. That's my wife's, but I've got it full of 38 special plus P's but she's tiny, dude.
Yeah.
She's fired 357 out of it before, but it was too violent for her. I mean,
Right.
her hands are like that big, man. She's
Yeah.
not even 5 feet tall, But 38 special plus P, you don't want to get in front of her,
Yeah.
But I stick with the old cartridges, like even my 12 gauge, my right there, I 2 3/4 inch. That's all I use. I don't use the extra special fancy stuff. I just stick with what works,
Don, the FBI went with the 10 millimeter, and then they went to the 40 caliber because they couldn't handle the 10 millimeter.
Yeah, I think it's my son got a 10 millimeter.
I'm trying to remember which one it is. It's one of the Glocks, I think. Yeah, one of the Glocks, 10 millimeter. And there's another one, another brand too. There's 2 brands that can do it. And the 10 millimeter, you can feed them 10 mil or 40 mil all day long, and they won't jam.
Yeah,
it has to do with where in the cone. The cone is more tapered on the Glock, and the other one, so the short ones go in and feed in.
Yeah, I think my son's 10 is a Walther. I think he has 2 Walthers, a 9 millimeter all steel, and then a Walther. No, it's not Walther. Is it H&K? One of the German guns, But I fired that, and it was like, wow, oh wow, that thing's got some bark to it, man. Basically, it seems like the younger people are going for the 10 millimeter or the 40, where old guys like me is 45 auto.
Yeah. My youngest son has 1 or 2 1911s.
Yeah, how to guard. That's it. Yeah. No, I don't know. My son's bought his own pistols. He does his own research, but my son got a Smith & Wesson or a Springfield Armory 1911. He showed that to me the other day. I went, damn, boy,
I'm grateful. I'm gonna put it up there. I'm ammo-sexual.
Yeah.
The Glock. Oh, I remember what it is now. The Glock G29 small frame handles a diet of both 10 mil and 40. And my wife actually was saying, "Do you think I should get one of these?" I'm like, considering you made me sell my matched pair of Smith & Wesson 639s. It was like ambidextrous safeties. They were concentric serial numbers on them. It's like, oh, but we were having kids at that time. And then she realized later that was a mistake on my part.
Mm-hmm.
I go, yeah.
I have to keep my wife away from the firearm stores. She's a freaking fanatic, man.
Yeah, my wife is looking at wanting to get something on an AR platform, but one that is set up left-handed.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, she's a lefty. But she goes. She likes rifles more than pistols,
Yeah.
but she understands the importance of a pistol. That she says, if she gets what she's going to want to buy one that is she's comfortable with, that she can do everything with, and then she's going to spend 20,000 rounds at the gun range. It's like, that's the way you learn.
Yeah, that's exactly. For month after month we went to the range as a family. All of us went, wife, daughter, son, myself, and we put some money down to buy the bullets there, and I've got a membership, all that, and that's the best way to just stay in practice. Know that thing with your eyes closed. That's the smartest thing you can do if you own any kind of a weapon. Know it with your eyes closed.
Yeah.
What it cost. It was expensive, but it brought us closer together as a family, because we Sunday event or Saturday, Sunday event. Let's go, church first, and then go to the range, and then go out for lunch afterwards.
Let's pray for the souls, shoot the bad souls, and then go eat. Now, they were talking about stopping power. 9mm won't stop anybody hyped up on drugs and stuff. I have a shoulder holster for my special toy, my Thompson Center with a 30-30 barrel on it.
Yeah.
So it's a shoulder holster with that. I got that for when I was working one place, and they said they were having problems with the guys not being able to stop. They've had break-ins and guys shooting their 9mm without stopping them. I go, hey, can I carry any pistol? Yeah. So I came in with my Highway Patrolman 357, and that in the shoulder holster. And I go, if this can't stop them, this will.
Yeah.
Don't want Crockett's Bren 10. Who don't want it? Bren 10. I'm trying to remember what exactly. Shoot. Sorry, senior moment here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have to look that one up just to make sure I got it right here.
Yeah, I love this Smith & Wesson 625 45 auto.
Oh, Miami Vice. Okay. All right.
It's heavy. Right. It's heavy. And so I got a Smith & Wesson 45 auto. It's called the Shield and 45 auto. It's nice and lightweight, but still, when I'm here by myself at the house, I carry a revolver.
Yeah, that's 10mm auto. Okay. All right. Yeah. But what's interesting, let's see if I can bring the other one up here. I want to show you the picture of this other one. R-U-G Ruger.
Well, my daughter is primarily left-handed, but she picked up any of our firearms and used them proficiently.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Red Hawk 10mm.
But the good thing about my son buying like a 1911 is that I've got a couple weapons in 45 auto. Now he does too. We've got common ammunition, 9mm, 45 auto, 357. We've all got that. And
yeah, this is 6-shot. Comes with a 7.5-inch barrel. It says 10mm auto, but which means it also takes the 40 cal. Because like the difference between the 40 cal and a 10 mil is like the difference between a 38 and 57. It's the longer casing is all it is.
Yeah. WD, to answer your question, that's a 590, Mossy 590. and I put the a shorter Magpul stock on it for my wife, and that's on the beginning video of my channel. That's her at the range shooting that, and
Yeah.
um, um, I've got a 500 with a longer stock on it and a longer magazine, and that one's, you know, never far away from my side up on the second floor. So
Yeah, back when I was younger, before I got married, I picked up a Calico um, M100. It's a 22 caliber rifle. It has the octagon barrel on the top, feed and stuff. I got that one, and then they made it in 9mm
good night, Moon.
and ejected down in the 9mm, so you could put a catch bag on it.
Oh, okay.
And then they made a run of 20. I think it was 25 of them in 45 caliber.
Huh.
And they were quote experimental. They made that short run, sent them to certain people to test out and stuff. And somebody in the company made bad investments or something, and the company went. But
Yeah.
those things were gone instantly, and those sell for a premium right now. I would love to get one of those 45.
I've got
100-round magazine. You lock it on top. 45. It's like a Thompson.
yeah, I've got I bought it way back a long time ago. A Marlin camp carbine and 45 auto. And it was really cool when my son bought the 1911, because I used to have a 1911. It uses the same magazines as a 1911 pistol. So my son's got a 1911 and 45 auto, which is compatible with that carbine rifle. And my daughter, she's extra, like 2 or 3 extra small petite. She handles that little carbine rifle like it's nothing. I mean, if anything happens, that's her gun.
Yeah.
You know, I've got some 10-round magazines and some 7-round magazines for it. That's her gun. Here, you know how to use it with your eyes closed. Oh.
That's like my oldest son. He prefers shotguns. At scout camp, he was always up there, going through tons of doing this the skeet shooting up there with the shotgun. But when he did the rifle merit badge for the 22, I mean, he was just, they're supposed to be able to hit 10 shots into a quarter-size target, and then they had for what was called the marksman rocker, a little patch they wear on their uniform, on the scout uniform. They had to do it with dime-sized target. His first time up there for that, he goes up there and tink, 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 10 shots.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, "You missed 9 of them." He goes, "No, I didn't." And then someone else goes, "Oh no, look at there's a partial tear here, partial tear there." He hit them all in the same friggin' hole.
Mm-hmm. Oh, ungrateful!
Any of my 22 rifles, he wants it. It's his.
Yeah, ungrateful said he carried a 14-inch 590. We had the 590s in the Air Force, and we also had the 870s. We had both. Our 590s in the Air Force was the variant that you could put an M16 bayonet on it, and the 870s were, well, the Air Force has got money, so they can buy stuff that's custom for them. The 870s were also a 18-inch barrel, but it had the weirdest barrel on it I've seen, and it had a steel doubler, not a bead sight. It was a steel doubler along the top of the barrel, whatever the Air Force wanted it for, but I don't know. But we had both. We had the 590 and the 870 12 gauge.
That looks like this one here.
What? No, that's the Shockwave or something.
Yes, Shockwave 590.
Yeah. I don't have any of the Shockwaves. We just got a regular 590 and a 500. The 500 that I have right now is the third one that I've owned. My first one, I sold it when I went in the Air Force, and the second one, I wore it out, man. I mean, I just wore it out. And this is that one that's upstairs there is the one with the longer magazine on it. I think it holds 9 2 3/4 inch, I got a side saddle on it, so I can just throw in 5 rounds if I need to. Or
I'm trying to remember his name now. Tom Knapp. Have you ever
I've
seen
heard
any
of him.
Tom Knapp videos?
When he's a shotgun shooter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember seeing him. Yeah.
Yeah, and he had the Bernelli, and they put an extra extended tube on it, and he took 12 clay pigeons
Mm-hmm.
in one hand.
Yeah.
He got in his land and he tossed them all up at one time.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And got all 12 for the ground.
Yeah.
That guy shot.
That's a good load. Ungrateful. Good load. Yeah. Yeah. My son, I should take with his permission. He got an AR-12 recently,
Mm-hmm.
and he has shot the dog snot out of it. And I asked him, "Do you have any jams or any failures on it?" No, nothing. It works perfectly. What have you run through it? Buckshot and slugs. Like, cool beans, man. You know, maybe I could have him sit down for an interview about it sometime. I'll see. You know.
Yeah. I could just see him saying, "That's an assault weapon." No, it's a shotgun.
It's a shotgun. Yeah. Yeah. I wish I don't know if I can find any pictures for the 870s that the Air Force had, but it had a different barrel on it. It was like this is round right here for the barrel, and it was like a doubler that was swedged on the top all the way the full length. It wasn't a vent rib, it wasn't a bead sight or anything. It was just like a doubler on it.
Added weight, made it more controllable.
Well, maybe yeah, stronger, more controllable. I suppose. I don't know what the purpose for it was, but
That's the only thing. Putting an extra piece of metal on top. That's the only thing I can think of would be extra control. So it doesn't move. Hey, Jeremy's in the house. Tennessee Tactical One.
Yeah, the AR-12. He's had good luck with it. It's run. It hasn't. It feeds with buckshot and slugs, no problem.
Jeremy, do you want me to email you the link? It's through car better than. Punch the car better than maintaining some connect in it and put the guy down faster. Yeah. Yeah, I know when I went through the academy, they talked about the different loads that were available to carry on patrol, and the DI for the academy said his first round is always a slug, because if he's out and stuff, if he has to shoot a car, he wants that slug to be the first thing that goes at that car.
Oh, to
crack the block.
I was going to say, yeah. Oh, let's see. This is a.
All right, Jeremy.
Yeah, that looks like similar to it right there. Yeah, the 870 for the U.S. Air Force.
Yeah. I can tell you, when you're chasing some perps into a warehouse or whatever, and they're in there thinking, we're going to get away from them. They're not going to come in after us. So we can wait them out and disappear. And you get a canine unit there, and they hear the dog barking, and then they start racking. A couple of guys rack the shells. Shotgun dog, which you want. And most of the time, they wouldn't have to go in. The guys would go like, oh, crap, they're not going to try to pistol shoot us. They're going to use shotguns, or they're going to send a dog at us.
Yeah. Yeah, ungrateful. I've had my turn as a young airman. I was an aircraft mechanic, but you also get told to be an SP augmentee, the security police. Those are the guys who guard the airbase. And I just went and signed out on an M16 rifle. That's what we had, Boring. Just stand there with a rifle on your shoulder, standing out there in a steel pot, all day in the sun. And boy, that was fun. Not really. I was guarding some pallets of missiles. They were in racks. They were large missiles.
Yeah, we weren't allowed to carry slugs because they were an issue. Figured it was better to ask forgiveness after the fact, especially if you're alive after the fact. You save somebody else's life.
Yeah, when you're in the military, though, it's different.
Yeah.
You take what they issue you.
You don't have a dog. Yeah. We had a guy, one of the deputies at Contra Costa, that could. I mean, yeah. He started making dog noises, and he would hit what it was he had, but he had something that he would pull out of his pocket, and he start scratching on the side of the building, sound like a dog trying to scratch and get going.
Mm-hmm.
I only saw him a couple times, but yeah, it was funny watching him work.
Yeah, I didn't volunteer for this, Wayne. I think Wayne's your first name. They're ungrateful, but yeah, I got volunteered. Stuff like that happens to the newer airmen. You just, they tell you, go, you go. In fact, I saw a video here on YouTube. It was now. What I was guarding was these racks of smaller cruise missiles. We had them back in the 80s, guys. The Air Force has got stuff that people don't even know about, and they are on racks, and that's what I was guarding, because I was just guarding these steel racks and a bunch of these cruise missiles. And I came across a video the other day that showed how those are designated to go into either mostly for cargo airplanes, and the bombardier goes in there and he programs where each one of those weapons are going to go, and they open up any cargo airplane. They open up the tail, and they can sling them things out on a parachute, and they hang upside down, and those missiles can go anywhere they want to go. We had those back in the 80s. You imagine what kind of stuff they got now.
Yeah.
Right? Shoo. So you could get 50 cargo airplanes out there, C-5s, C-17s, 130s out there if something happens out in the Pacific, and fly them out there and open up the tail and drop out hundreds of those cruise missiles. And they're accurate enough even back then to hit ships at sea. So, yeah, you imagine what kind of stuff they have now.
Yeah, thinking about that, you could probably overload a Sea Whiz with that. You got them all got like 10 or 15 of them all going at the one ship, and Sea Whiz is trying to and it can't get them all.
Yeah, probably, or have them. I mean, these things are smart, and they could go away from that threat and go to your second target. Yeah. Things are smart, but yeah, probably could. That's what it's there for. But we had those way back in the 80s. Well, what I'm trying to stress is we had those already back in 1986, 1987. Imagine what they've got now.
Oh yeah.
Shoo.
Especially with the drones, they pack them on the drones and just drop. I think they were talking about like one of the drones had 4 or 6 that type missile.
Yeah. Yep. Let's see if I can find that video, and I'll post it in the comments over here.
Yeah.
I saved it aside just for this kind of a situation here where.
Yeah. So, one of the things that I was wanting to show my wife over at the gun store here, but she didn't have time the last time she was up here. If she's going to try to get up here for Christmas, I think it is. was like a 590 Shockwave. They had one over at the store there. Besides the 12 gauge, they had it in 20 and they had it in 410.
Yeah.
I was thinking about getting to 410 because my dad left me a boatload of 410 ammunition, and that'd be the perfect home defense weapon for her to use.
That would be. Mm-hmm.
Lightweight. Rack it once, fire it, and they think she's got a big shotgun.
Why would you get her a Shockwave?
Well, all right, in-house short and everything, moving around. But what's neat about it is using the strap holster. You can just have it on your thing, and it just hangs at your side. You just whip it up. They're also called a whippet. That design is called a whippet gun, where it's just the stock's sawed off, and it's like not a real pistol grip, but it's that tapered grip. They used to use that on the stagecoaches a lot back in the day. They called them whippet guns. Of course, those weren't pumped; those were double barrels. But
yeah, it would be. That'd be a 410 for your wife. Depends upon her physical strength,
Yeah.
Because like each 410 shells holds 3 or 4 buckshot balls in it, something like that.
Yeah.
And
then if you go with the the number 4 shot,
Yeah.
that still hurts quite a bit.
Oh yeah. I saw an episode of Cops once where there was 2 young black ladies living in a rental house, and the call came in. They're both hysterical, and you could hear in the background, boom, boom. And one of the neighbors saw what was happening, and there were 2 gangsters breaking into their house. And when the cops arrived, there was one huge gangster leaned over in the window, and he's dead. And I looked at the pellet pattern around him. That was like number 4 birdshot, and it killed him instantly. He didn't even. I mean, he was hanging there dead. And then the second shot you heard was the other gangbanger running out of the house, and he shot him in the butt cheek with number 4 birdshot. That guy didn't make it to the hospital. He bled out before. I mean, he made it outside of the house and collapsed on the sidewalk, and he bled out before he even got to the hospital. And that's number 4 birdshot. Yeah. I've killed a lot of rabbits, grouse, with number 4 birdshot. It's nothing to be sneezed at. It works.
Yeah, I was looking at getting her the one before. The Maverick 88 also comes in 12 and also comes in 20. And I was thinking about getting her the 20, but we were kind of talking about different things. And when she saw a movie and she saw one of the whippet guns being used in the movie, she goes, "Now that's the shotgun I can use in the house."
Yeah.
So that's why I was looking at this 410, because that's something that she can just whip it around, do whatever she needs to do with it. And worst comes to worst, it's small enough that after she's out of ammunition, you can use it as a billy club.
Yeah, that's true. Well, that's like the reasoning for this 590 here. It's compact, and since I'm the one who's home all day, since I'm retired, it's compact enough for me to be able to pick it up in the shop here and go through the door or whatever I need to do. But it's my first round in that one, and my 500 is number 2 birdshot. It's a little bit bigger pellets than number 4, but that's the first round. So in case I miss, it doesn't go through to the neighbor's house, etc.
Yeah.
But it'll deflesh bone. I mean, like that guy who got hit with number 4 birdshot on the episode of Cops. He didn't make it to the hospital. He shot him right in the butt cheek, and that guy bled out.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wayne, I use number 4 buck, and I also use number 1 buck.
Hang on a second.
In fact, when we were moving, there was one of these laying over in the corner of the closet. Let me see which. I think this is number 4 buck. Yeah. There you go. Number 4 buck. That's what 2 3/4 inch. That's all I use. Number 4 buck and number 1 buck, and that's a 2 3/4 inch. I just stick with that.
Okay, got it here. So I got. Hang on. I got to kill the green screen.
You see what Ungrateful Peasant said? Have her carry it before you buy it. Yeah.
Yeah. You go down, try it, and the one place they have where you like the difference. A lot of the guns and stuff they have they're range guns. So they're selling a lot of them. They put one over there so people can go test it out.
Yeah, that's what we did. We've done that. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Got my slugger.
Mm-hmm.
I got a box of my double aught. I'm looking to find a box of the 3-inch triple aughts. And then I got several boxes here of my 4-shot.
Yeah. I've killed a lot of grouse and rabbits with that number 4-shot. It works.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's true. Ungrateful. Yeah. Number 4 worked. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've got on my channel where I've got dump bags on a belt with an H harness, and one side is full of these moon clips for 45 auto, and the other dump bag is full of this number 4 buckshot. That's my primary go-to. I've got other tools and toys, but those two, a Smith & Wesson revolver and a Mossberg pump shotgun, are my primary, because I know that they won't jam. I know they won't feed jam. They won't stovepipe. None of that stuff. I want to make sure that what I have in my hands will work.
Yeah. I have a round here for my 30-30. It's called the Accelerator.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. The Sebo.
Basically, you're firing at 223.
Yeah, I've seen those before. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Man, that thing is loud,
mm-hmm.
and the flame that comes out of the end of the barrel is intense at night.
It looks like Mrs. came home early today. Yeah, she came home early. She's hanging out in the living room, got her nice comfy leather couch in there now, and she's putting her feet up on the coffee table. And
let me get this back here. Let's see, which one should I use? No.
Yeah.
There we go. That's a little bit better.
Yeah, check out my channel, Ungrateful. I've got some of those dump bags from Amazon. I've got a bunch of them actually because they're handy. They're big and roomy. You can put your whole hand inside. They're at the side. But listening to Corsair's trainer stuff, he's talking about water, and he's right. I don't have water on my belt. But what I'm going to do is order more dump bags and put those in the center and the small of my back with some water, Especially if you live here in Seattle area. It's like the summer of love. I'll never forget that. I will never forget that. Never.
Okay, hang on. Where is it? Let's see if I can get this done here. There we go. Control C, and there we go.
Yeah, Ungrateful. There's something to be said about just a large bag, because you can put your whole hand in it, and you can put anything into a large bag, like a fanny pack and all that. Yeah, there's something to be said for it, because you look at the British military, World War I and World War II, they had large bags on their load-bearing units. They could put anything into them,
Yeah. fanny pack and a FUD rack.
Yeah. Well, I'll probably get a couple more of those dump bags for water, around January, somewhere in there, because we're going to be traveling soon.
And I've for my water, I've always had gotten the put them all in the kitchen. The Camelback chute is what it's called. Bottle that has the big opening on the top. It has a kind of like a little ring on it that you can put a carabiner in there and just hook it to your belt loop.
Yeah, yeah.
And I like those because when I get back from scout camp, they're easy to clean. And I heard horror stories from some of my scouts that got the Camelback hydration pack that you wear, type like that. And they get back to scout camp and it's, how to get all this sand in here? Well, you're filling it in the river.
Yeah.
You're trying to get all that crap out of the hydration pack.
Yeah, I figure I'll probably just throw some, order some on Amazon, a couple of stainless steel water bottles, and do a dump bag and call that good. I mean, I at my age and my health, I can't see me running and gunning like I did in my 20s.
No.
The most, when 2 years ago, when the insanity in Seattle went on, I did carry around that harness with one side full of 45 moon clips and the other one with buckshot in it. I carried it around the house, but I didn't go outside the house with it. I think I might have once or twice to check out the front porch, but to go and watch all the brush fires that were just mysteriously lit all over the state, gee, what a coincidence. I just wonder how that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. At my age too, it's one of the things. It's like, I don't want to be running and gunning, shooting. To me, it's the axiom of one shot, one kill is very important to me.
Yeah. Yeah. For me, my gear is pretty much set up to where if I got to get with the family and we got to hoof it out of here on foot, I can get them out of here. Just get out of the line of danger and then hide. Because that's some of the stuff that kept my wife alive during the Civil War in the Philippines was get out of sight, get down, stay quiet, shut up.
Yeah, I do have a shotgun that is a bullpup version, aftermarket bullpup version of the Mossberg 500 Cruiser.
Yeah.
And it'll take 5 3-inch Magnum shells in it. And that's the one that's what I'm looking for the triple aught buck in 3-inch for that one. Because that one is short, close in, and it's Yeah,
I get you. I get you. Yeah, I'm grateful. You got the same mentality I do. Get the gear together and keep it ready. Because I saw what happened, and the thing that disturbed me the most was at the time there were a lot of privately owned videos about what was happening in the foothills and in the suburbs. They got those black hooded kids got stopped butt cold by people like us. They got stopped because they realize that they are outmatched against the population. But magically, all of those videos are gone. All of them are. I had them saved. They're gone.
Yeah.
Well, I saw. Go ahead and go. Sorry.
There's this real cool program where on there's certain videos that I was worried about it disappearing, so it pulls it from YouTube and just downloads it, and that way I can always have it from other channels and stuff. And I probably have about 50 videos that I've pulled down and saved some are educational, some are just cute, and some are just are evidence type videos of this is what really happened.
Well, I remember one of the videos that's still out there. I think it's Seattle's Como 4 News. I think the Seattle police chief, who saved her family and protected them, was one county sheriff and the neighbors. All of her neighbors got together when Antifa was coming to her house, and they stopped them. Yeah, her neighbors, guys like us. They're parked pickups and cars across the road to keep more of them from coming, but them neighbors met them on foot with one county sheriff. And yeah, that's what stopped them. And there was other small towns in the foothills here, because they got what they did. They're very smart. These people know what they're doing. And the BLM and the Antifa people, they got the police tied down in Tacoma and Seattle and wore them out, beat them up and wore them out for day after day after day. So they were rotating county sheriffs in, and state patrol got them tired out too. So these guys needed rest. And that's when they broke away and they went into the foothills. And there was one small town in the foothills here in Washington State where the entire town lined Main Street because Antifa was seen coming into the town, and they were threatening the police chief and the mayor of this small town. It was one building, like one or two cops, the mayor, the post office, one building. And there were hundreds of us out there on both sides of the Main Street. The three Antifa showed up, and they saw that, and they turned around and they walked away. Those videos are gone too,
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, we had to pull it down because of community standards. The community of the wingnuts were offended at the fact that you chased them off.
Yeah.
Without violence.
But they were ready for violence.
Oh yeah.
They stood. These are Cascade Mountain people, man.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, there was a group of BLM. Was it Antis? But not in Coeur d'Alene, but one of the other towns. They came in there. We thought they were going to run over everything, and they came in there, and I think there's 30 or 40 of them came in there, and it's like, oh shit. There's 500 people here, all with guns.
Yeah, that's pretty much what happened in this small town. This was privately owned videos, but I can't find them anymore.
Yeah,
there was other situations where it was closer to Seattle, but it was a housing development where these people played it right. They parked cars across the entrance, and they had a lady sitting out there in a lawn chair, But there were no signs like "Don't do that," Don't put up signs, "Shoot to kill" or none of that stuff. No, don't do that. Yeah, don't do that. There was no sign.
That shows premeditation.
Yeah, and this lady was sitting out there, an older gal, probably around 50, chunky gal, with no weapons of any kind, and she was there to guard the roadblock for their housing development. That was smart, because she wasn't alone.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah,
No, it's good to talk with you, ungratefuls, and people that are common mindset that a few bullies won't win. You can do this and that as long as you want to, but once you go against the population who are like us, you're not going to win.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready for that. WD.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember I remember that so well. When he did win, and my wife grew up in Mindanao in the Philippines, and she went through a civil war with the same hammer and sickle kids, and she heard them chanting slogans in the city streets, no justice, no peace, and she stiffened up and went, "Oh my God, they're here." So who, hon? the commies, they're here. They're in Portland. How do you know? She said they scream the same things in the Philippines as they're doing right now. They're here, hon. And I went, oh crap. And now I had some protection and stuff, and that's when I really went to work. And that's, well, I think it was right around that time when she turned to me in her chair and said, how many weapons can I own? How many can you afford? You're a U.S. citizen. And that's when she started going into it, and she went for getting the handguns first. She saw them work better than anything else in a civil war. That was what you wanted, because you're not being seen carrying a rifle down the street. No one can tell that you're armed. And from there I started handling the logistics as far as pistol belts, holsters, speed loaders, all that other stuff, extra magazines. And then that's when because she's good, man. She went through this stuff already, and she just kept putting money into my account. Go, baby, go. I handled the logistics and put more food and water away and first aid, all that stuff. And I'm really, yeah, WD. It's a fact. She grew up in a civil war with those same people that are here in Portland and Seattle, the same people, and she knows what to expect. That's when I went into full gear, welding and on and on. It's where I'm so lucky. I've got a machine shop. I can make anything I want, you know. That's where I'm lucky, and she's fully supportive. You know, if I need money, give me some more money. Bang, it's in my account, and I go get it, whatever I need. Yeah, ungrateful. And it's funny how that never gets published. Just funny how that it's suppressed. Yeah, we are a good team, LG. We are. You know, she's the best advisor in the world because she's lived through civil war, and then I've been through martial law in her country 4 times. I know what martial law is. I've been through it, and I don't know. There's a lot of folks out there who've lived in the States their whole lives, and they've never been abroad and seen anything. It's a lot different, and especially in my situation, like I think it was 2017, I was working in a non-government agency, a feeding program for the poor. And I had a lady I knew who was there, and I was in Cagayan de Oro City in northern Mindanao, and all these armies started showing up, and the SWAT team started showing up around my hotel. There's only really 1 or 2 hotels in that small town. And I called her up. Her name was Lorelei. And I asked her, what the hell's going on? She says, get in your hotel room and stay there. Because I was like, I'm by myself. My family's not with me. I'm alone. I'm the only white guy for 500 miles, 6 foot tall white guy. I can't hide. And I went in my hotel room and stayed there for some days. And then when it was my time to go, she came and saw me off, but she didn't go near the airport. She said goodbye. And that's when I really discovered what real martial law is. It took me hours to get to the airport, and just to get up to check in my bags, hours and hours. They stop in cars, searching the cars, searching the passengers, checking my passport again and again and again. And then I finally got into the airport, and it happened over and over and over and over. Physical pat downs, all this stuff. Now that's the difference between when you're traveling with the military and when you're alone. I was alone. All these times I've been alone. Not all the time, but that first thing with martial law, I was completely alone. I had nobody else with me. That's scary because I'm a million miles away from home, and I got to get to the airport. I got to get out of there, man. Yeah, that was nerve wracking because I mean, overhead was like these UH-1 helicopter after helicopter and OV-10s and F-5s, and I mean they were, because the war in the Marawi city kicked off while I was there, and I had to find my way to the airport and get out of there and go up to Manila and then fly out of the country from Manila, and that took me hours to get from the doorway of the airport to the airplane. Took 4 hours of body searches. No kidding, guys. Take a half step forward, take your shoes off again. You know, and it was like, search your belt, search the collars on your shirt again and again and again and again. Americans are not aware of what martial law is like, you know.
Yeah, Wayne, it's kind of hard for him to blend in.
Yeah, I couldn't. You know, I just basically had to stay out of sight. And best advice I could give to you if you find yourself in a situation like that is get as close to law enforcement or military as you can. Get next to them. You want to be near them because that's the only protection you have. You never know this guy in the crowd. He might seize the opportunity as, you know, jab you or put you in the trunk of a car and sell you. Yeah. But yeah, I'm lucky to have her on my side because she grew up in that. She's the best advisor I've got.
Too bad she doesn't like being on camera.
No, she don't. No, I wish I could interview her on
Maybe
that.
you
but
can
she
interview her with one of those masks on so they can't see her face, and she can tell free.
Yeah, maybe.
It's the Corky.
I might be able to interview my brother-in-law about it, but I won't show his face. I won't do that because he still lives in the Philippines. I don't want him. I don't want anything to happen to him. He's a good guy.
Yep, Corky's here.
Yeah, exactly. Ungrateful. Yeah. Well, I was already done with my military service. That was, you know, I was like 40 years old or something over 40. The Corky. You going to come up, Corky?
Hey,
you know, YouTube was not sending me a whole bunch of her videos. She had a whole bunch of them that never sent. Nothing.
Yeah, I noticed that too on some of the other ones. I finally got one from one of the channels I watched today. I found it by accident again. I'm subscribed. I've rung the bell. And so which one was it here? Should I take the lead? Yeah. Okay, that was from Poplar Creek Farm. And I've been subscribed to her for a while, and it's been about 6 months since I saw one of her videos. And you know how you can open up YouTube and it has all these recommendational videos? And I scrolled down, there was one from her. I go, oh, she finally put out a video. Watched it, clicked on her channel again. There's about 20 videos I missed.
Yeah. The same. I was watching a bunch of her videos today, you know. Thanks, YouTube.
Yeah.
Well, they just hate you, Courtney. You're so easy to hate. That's why.
Or I think what they're doing is they're pushing these stupid videos out and about right now.
Now, here's a weird thing I've noticed, Gil. I'm subscribed to a lot of Filipinos.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them. Their videos always get through, but Americans' videos don't.
Yeah.
What the hell is that?
I'm not sure about that. I know there is. There's been 2 videos that have been pushed. I watched them years ago. They're pushed where one is about amplifying the light from a candle. It's like these big glass beer steins and stuff, and how it shines light, showing that. And the other one was one on, I'm trying to see if it'll pop up here again. Wasn't Prepsteaders, it's something else. But she's talking about the oil lanterns, the Dietz oil lanterns that you can use to cook on.
Huh. Yeah.
And like I said, I watched that one years ago, and it keeps popping up. And sometimes on the screen they'll show you if you watched it, and it still has the red line on there, but it's a recommended for me. It's like, really?
Yeah, LG. I'll see if maybe I can interview her or my brother-in-law off camera with just their voice, But it's a weird cultural thing. The only people, my wife saw a lot of people get killed. I mean, a lot get killed in the streets, and the Filipinos don't want to talk about it. But my father-in-law was pretty open with me. But Papa's passed on. He died during the virus stuff going on, and which was really hurtful to the family because no one could go back home to see him off. But my brother-in-law talks a little bit, but he was pretty young during the early days of the Civil War, so he can't tell you too much about the Civil War times, but he can tell you after. That's what he grew up in. Things were so dangerous in that city that my father-in-law had to move him and his older brother up to Manila to save their lives because they were being recruited by the hammer and sickle kids. And once the intelligence people and the police and the military sees that you're being recruited, you're a target for them. And if you don't fulfill your mission that they send you on, the Reds will kill you. So he had to get them on a bus, send them to a nearby city, the two brothers. And I mean, they were kids. And they had to stay with some relatives until they could get a loan to put them on a boat and send them up to Luzon in Manila. So the two boys could stay up there, and that's what saved their lives, was their dad's fast thinking. Yeah, it is. I've seen some of it. I've seen it more than once, but yeah, I think it's a defense mechanism to forget.
And one of the things that I'm concerned about with my family, while they're still in California, is in 2 years, what's going to be, or actually in 18 months, what's going to start happening in California when Captain Crazy is up for re-election, and and some of the others.
Yeah,
and there's going to be all sorts of problems there.
Be right back, guys. I'm going to get a coffee. A coffee for Courtney. Yeah. How you doing there, chick?
Oh, I'm doing.
Be right back, guys.
Yeah, it's one of those things that's it's a lot of personal choices for people, and they a lot of people they have no problems in getting the canning stuff, getting a freeze dryer, storing food, all that stuff. But when it comes to defense weapons, some of them get really like, it's not going to get that bad. I really don't need that. And to me, one of the things is the weapons you get should be multifunctional. A shotgun, you can defend your home with it. You can go hunt birds with it. A rifle, you can defend your home with it. You can go hunt a deer with it, or a moose or an elk. And it's like, if you're out hunting, you need to be carrying a sidearm, period. I don't care if you're hunting bird. I don't care if you're hunting deer or bear or whatever. You need to have a good sidearm, because it may not be whatever it is you're loaded out for, that somebody comes out of the woods and try to get you. Because we've seen plenty of videos, and I've shown a few of them and stuff, and other about where the hiker's going along, and all of a sudden there's a mountain lion or a bobcat or something, doing the little thing, chasing them, and doing the threatening stuff at him to get him. Hey, get out of my area. This is my land.
Yeah.
And like what Bob was saying, so you get these, other types that are out there just to cause problems, they can ruin your day real quick.
Today, I don't know why, but I was really into the weirdo shows today, and I watched a lot of like weird supernatural crap.
Mm-hmm.
One of the shows was all the people that have disappeared in state parks. And there's been a ton of people that have disappeared in state parks. They've just like up and vanished. One particular was this guy who was 80, who was doing hunting deer. And they were doing a deer drive basically. And there was like 5 of them. And they were walking towards the deer. Well, towards the end of the day, one of the guys were missing and they couldn't find him. But he had his firearm on him, and then he also had his rifle, and he had a walkie-talkie, and he had all that. And the guy has still, he's just completely up and vanished. And my husband and I were talking about it. We're like, how did this guy up and vanish? Because, even if a mountain lion or a bear attacked him, they're not going to eat his gun. They're not going to eat his walkie-talkie.
Right.
Like, where did this man go? And
Where was this, Courtney?
It's in a state park. Close to a state park or in the woods. And I can't remember what state it was in. But I watched all these people who have went missing in state parks. It was a very, very interesting show. But
that's right. Ungrateful. Yeah, I've been surprised by people who, there's a lot of people living out in those woods. Well, it's human trafficking, I think, might be some of it, because they're trafficking people from other countries into here.
That was one of the suggestions. Because it was kind of like it wasn't really paranormal show. It was just this guy doing investigations because like 9 miles away, another person had came up missing almost the exact same way. And a lot of it is in New Mexico, close to,
Oh, no. Oh,
not towards the border. No, towards Roswell and stuff. Yeah. So it was just very odd and very strange, and it was a really interesting show. And they did talk about Bigfoot. It's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was interesting. Yeah, but I couldn't believe that this guy. His family has no idea what happened to him, and he just up and vanished. And they still have to this day cannot find him.
Ooh. Oh. Yeah, that would make your sphincter pucker.
Oh boy. Change the settings on this camera.
Yeah, that would be creepy. I don't know where you're from, Ungrateful Peasant. I've actually been to your channel, and I think I'm subscribed to you. I don't know where you're from.
No,
Doesn't he follow Steve too? He goes to Corsair Trainers. I think he's in the side. Yeah.
Yeah, we're all kind of interconnected with each other.
Yeah. The Corky, lasagna. That's my name.
The Corky. Lasagna. Yeah, give me some of that lasagna. I was watching a bunch of your videos today, Corky. And I left a couple comments because Here's another video that YouTube did not share out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what's up with that. I get really down on myself sometimes, and I get frustrated. I probably shouldn't. It's just YouTube, but it
Just
ticks me
YouTube.
off when like I don't get a whole lot of views on something. I'm like,
Yeah.
you serious? Like,
And sometimes a video that I think, this is just going to be a little, and all of a sudden it's got 2,000 views on it. It's like, what the heck?
not that I expect everyone, because I know
Yeah.
a lot of people don't like chickens or whatever, but it still makes me mad. So.
Well, I've noticed over the last few years, anything about prepping and home protection, they get about 30 views. It takes over a year for that thing to sit there and soak before it gets more than 30, 40 views. And that's it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I'm
It's just the
grateful
way it
back
is.
there with Laura. He's in Tennessee now.
Are you north or south? You don't have to tell me exactly where. I understand, but just curious.
Yeah, Laura's in Central, right?
She's more up towards the north.
Towards the north. But as far as east and west, I know she's in Central Time Zone.
Yeah, if that's the case, she's more west.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. She's more like towards Indiana. There's like a section of Tennessee that is like Indiana, Tennessee, Kentucky. It's just like right there. And they have like mountain time or whatever. Because when I lived there, I had the same thing. I was like an hour behind everybody.
But there's a fact
Hey,
is
CR.
a lot of my home defense and prepping videos never get seen.
Yeah.
It's just like, gee, is it a conspiracy? Yeah, I think it is.
Well, it's weird because they did this stupid video. It was of my son's train or car set or something.
Yes.
It derailed, and I said, "When my title was When Life Comes at You Hard," and the car derailed, and went off the track. It got 1,200 views, like right off the bat, right? Yep. But yeah, one of my little videos of my chickens in my garden barely gets 60 views. I'm like, seriously?
Yeah. Yep. Hey, CR, Canada's here. Right on. Canada represent.
Yeah, actually, it's not showing shorts right now.
Oh,
last time I went in onto YouTube's homepage there, and it gives you a couple, like 8 videos or 10 videos, and then has a line of shorts. It was there. It was still there as one of the primary ones to go look at.
Yeah.
I sent you an email, Courtney, about a channel with some really cool music on it.
Okay.
I
saw the email. I just didn't have time. I fell asleep watching something, and I can't remember what I was watching, honestly. I fell asleep, and I woke up, and I'm like, oh, Gil's on still. So here I am.
So. Here we go. Here's a link to that channel. It's my kind of music. It's very different. There we go. I enjoy it. I subscribed to that channel today.
Cool.
Shows different pan drums and frame drums and,
Well, I am getting a penny whistle. I'm excited about that. It is a Irish whistle, like a flute, an Irish flute. So I'm going to learn how to play that.
Yep.
They're very inexpensive. So it's like, I'm going to try and learn how to play this. So I'm going to get one here soon. Order it on Amazon. They're only like $20.
No longer a penny.
Yeah. I think it's because that's what they were made out. Like they were made out of copper originally. But I'm excited. I want to learn how to play it.
Yeah, you can see that video I posted up how the guy's got an Arabic frame drum and he's just using his fingertips on it. You can do that with your your drum too.
Oh,
Just use
okay.
your yeah. But what I dig about doing stuff like that is like it's totally freestyle. You don't have to follow a beating of a rhythm. You can, and you do rim shots with your stick. It's, I don't know. I'm just a weirdo.
No, you're not weird at all.
All right. There you go. Penny whistles, also called the tin whistle.
Tin whistle. Okay.
Mm-hmm. They were made out of cheap material to make a whistle originally. 6-hole woodwind instrument, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm bringing a bunch of flutes and a handheld harp and different things to my nieces this year for Christmas. See what I'll just set them out on the table and go, you ladies choose which one you want and take them. That's your Christmas present,
Yeah, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to learn like little instruments. So yeah, I played the clarinet for like 12 years, so I think I can figure it out.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, I played the French horn for 3 or 4 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
played the trombone and the saxophone. My dad never played an instrument. At the one time in his, later in life, he bought a banjo. He was going to take lessons, and then things got hectic, and he never had the time to go take and now I have that banjo. So guess what? I've been thinking about for the last 20 years. You learn to play that stupid banjo.
Yeah. Banjo is actually really hard to learn. So that's kind of cool if you want to learn how to do that.
Yeah.
There's different types of banjos too. I know my husband wanted to learn how to play a while ago, and we were looking at them. There's different types that are not so long. Because then I can't remember all the different types there are, but some of them are have a super long neck.
Yeah. LG. I'm bringing my nieces. All my nieces are around 20 something. Musical instruments and chocolate. Yeah, chocolate in the Philippines is a luxury. They just don't. They can't afford it. So.
Yeah, there's we've covered quite the gambit from firearms to chocolates to foreign countries to had a lot of good information. And thank you, Wayne, for coming in here. Wayne put up a lot of good information in the side chat there.
We haven't talked about ledge dancers. Damn it.
I wondered when that was coming up.
Right.
Bob.
That's funny.
Long time ago, played the ukulele, but in school. Yeah, but hey, CR, that'd be an interesting life for you to get one of those little ukuleles, just kind of play on it.
Yeah, my cousin played the ukulele.
Tiny Tim, a YouTube sensation. And how many people here remember Tiny Tim?
I do.
Tiptoe through the tulips. Yeah. I remember watching him on Rona Martin's Laughing.
Yeah, he was a weirdo who got paid.
Oh,
yeah. He got paid.
I mean, it's just, interesting what what happened with him. Yeah.
Whatever happened with him after Laughing? Did he just...
I don't know. Hang on a second here.
I don't know.
Tiny Tim, American singer. All right, he died in 1996 in Minneapolis, Minnesota. He was born in 1932, so he was 64 years old. And this is for those that don't know what he looked like. Hang on a second here. This is Tiny Tim.
Yep.
Yeah, he was freaking weird.
Yeah.
He was. Well, laughing was a perfect show for him. Jeez.
Oh, he suffered a heart attack while appearing at a ukulele festival.
Very interesting.
Yeah. I mean, he was touring. He was touring the country. I mean, so there were a lot of people, I guess, really liked him. But, yeah. So, CR, that's what you got. That's what you can stand up against for doing the ukulele. See if you can surpass Tiny Tim. Well, I wouldn't doubt that Tiny Tim was an inspiration to Weird Al. Except Al did was accordion. I can sing solo and far, far away.
Okay, here's some dancing Filipino women. Here we go. Tag it up in the. This is traditional stuff. It's not bar room stuff. It's playing the gongs, the Filipino gong.
Ron.
Stuff. There we go.
Hey, Ron, how's it going?
There we go.
It's the Green Wizard. Okay, what does it say here?
Hello, Ron.
Oh. Well, Tiny Tim was married 3 times.
I wonder why.
The first wife he used was 69 to 77. The second wife was 84 to 95. Third wife was 95, and he died the next year. Played the ukulele, mandolin, guitar, violin.
I don't know. If you're sleeping at night and that man was just looking above you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Creeper.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So anything else going on, Bob?
I'm watching a video of these Filipino ladies do traditional dancing. Yeah, that's I fade off near the end of every broadcast.
Yeah. And Barry says Bob's going to get me in trouble watching these Filipino girls.
Yeah. Well, that's a real traditional dance that they're doing there with those with the water jugs on their heads there. Yeah.
Oh wow! I just realized
look at the links there.
Yeah. Yeah. I got a lot of work to do tomorrow. I just remembered something my daughter asked me to do for her tomorrow. So I've been up here. It's now after midnight my time. So I've gone Eastern, Central, and now Mountain Time has gone through the midnight hour. So thank you, Courtney, for coming up here.
Oh, you're welcome. Sorry, I wasn't
Sure
on earlier, but I'm very tired.
Yeah. Well, you've been feeling poorly recently, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All righty, folks. Before I forget, tomorrow. Well, never mind. No, that's today. That's today. It's today. It's later on today on Camp Patton Family Compound. the 3,500 subscriber giveaway. So I'm cutting off entries at 12 o'clock Mountain Time, noon. And so basically in 12 hours from now, I'm cutting off any entries getting into it because I got to get everything compiled and stuff. So if you want to get in it, you got to watch the video and you got to do what the video says to do. Very strict on the rules on this one because I'm giving away a lot of money. So, all righty. And then let's see, what do we got here?
Yeah, LG, thanks for the good comments on my videos. If you make some kind of a teacup thing with the drills that I showed on a video today, yeah, post it up.
Yeah.
You should.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go out thrift storing tomorrow looking for some more stuff kitchenware I can turn into flower pots,
Yeah.
Now that I know how to drill holes in ceramics and glass and things like that. So
All right, next Tuesday here on Gray Man Prepping, the topic is going to be nationwide shortage of amoxicillin. And I'm still trying to get, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get who I want to come in on Monday. So that will maybe in flux. I'm trying to get Ben to convince Ben to come up here on
good
Monday.
to talk to you today, Wayne.
Family Compound and talk about solar generators. So everyone, thank you for coming in and making your comments. And those that just lurked, thank you for lurking. Thank you, Courtney. Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Wayne, for coming in, especially you and Garen and Don, making a lot of comments in there, carrying on informational about the weapons. And so we'll see you tomorrow. Later on today on Camp Patton Family Compound for the giveaway. All right, folks, take it easy.
Bye.
Peace out.